Hello folks, welcome to DIY Advice Central. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be doing a review on the Schultz angle grinder this morning. And yeah, we're going to be discussing its features, pros, cons, price, the whole shebang. First of all, I'm not affiliated with Schultz or Checkers or any of the guys that sell these grinders. I'm just a normal DIY guy, and I came across these guys because they are very cheap. It's like $200 for this grinder. If you have any advice or you know anything that I don't know about these grinders, please leave it in the comments so that the rest of us can also make an informed decision if we so should choose to purchase one of these items. If you haven't done so yet, press the subscribe button and tap the bell icon if you want to be informed of further videos that I put up. Hi folks, so first up, features. Not really much features on it. It's a simple angle grinder. There's no extra doodads and things like that on there. I fitted many different types of blades. I've fitted on a grinding blade. I've put up a cutting blade like this, a 1mm, and I've also put those flappy discs that you use to clean up your welds and stuff like that. And yeah, it's been running wonderfully. It's not the most powerful one. It's a 500 watt, but it's probably doubtful that it gets there, because if you've got a full-size blade on this, I know with another brand, I'm not going to name names, also said to be a 500 watt, it actually cuts. You can apply some pressure on and it will cut. This guy tends to burn down a bit, slow down quite a lot if you're doing some heavy cutting, or especially if you're cutting some very thick material. Cost wise, $200 DIY. I wouldn't use this. I wouldn't buy this if I'm going to be grinding every single day and I'm going to be cutting thick material, all different types of material. I wouldn't do. This is more for the DIY guy, the guy who's going to be cutting occasionally, and so this is very durable so far that I've seen. This guy I've had for just over a year. There's another one I've had for close to 7 or 8 years now, I think. Same thing, there's no difference between this one. It's not a newer model or anything. They both look exactly the same. And yeah, I'm pretty impressed with how much or how well they've worked, considering how much I've put them through. Pros: it's small, it's very light, it's adaptable. This handle can come in on this side as well. You can put all the blades that you would put on a normal grinder. It's cheap, it's cheerful. For the DIY person, I would recommend this. Cons: it's probably not as powerful as it suggests it is. The other thing is the switch, the on-off switch is not very nice. It's good for if you're working with your bare hands and stuff, like for the DIY guy, but the guy who's wearing safety gloves and stuff like that might have an issue switching this thing on and off. However, you push that and it flicks back, so that is a good safety measure that's put in. But to switch it on is a bastard, because you have to push down and push up at the same time and then lock it. I'm pretty sure there are much better ways of applying a switch with some form of safety on it. Another con, this switch here at the back, as you can see, there's a lot of play on here, and don't over tighten this. That one, actually the button broke off on the inside because I over tightened it slightly. The little fork that you use to open and close this locking nut actually bends as well. It's a very flimsy material they made it of. I don't know why. You could actually just build your own little tool to make it work a bit better. But be careful of this. Because of this play, you have to make sure that you push it in all the way and make sure that it locks. If you push it in halfway or something like that and you're going to force this, it'll probably break. So my overall finding for this guy, it does the job pretty well. It's for the DIY guy. It does everything you need it to do, and it'll probably last you quite a while. If you do your basic maintenance, clean it up after every time you've worked with it, and not over tightening anything, and not burdening the motor too much when you cut, when you can see that the material is quite thick and that it's going to struggle. Rather do a couple of passes than try to force it all the way through and stuff. Some, as they call mechanical sympathy, if you apply that, this guy will last you very long. The other one of mine, I've punished quite a lot in the beginning, especially in the beginning. My first task was a big braai that we built, and I put it through its paces. I didn't have a big cut off, so I cut everything I needed to make that braai with that little grinder, and it's still working to this day. Alright folks, so that concludes my review of this grinder, and please leave comments in the bottom comment section if you have any advice for me on these guys, if you know something I don't know, and also what your experience is with this. And perhaps the people, viewers who are watching this show will also then be informed and will be able to make an informed decision with regards to whether to purchase this grinder or not. Until next time folks, happy DIYing!